Today I'm going to be talking about the differences, the pros and cons with design build versus buying a pre-built home. So I'm going to share my screen and kind of run through just the thoughts on the differences here. So let's first look at design build, where you're designing and building your own home, and then pre-built. So you're working with realtor presumably and going through the inventory of homes here in Turks and Caicos. So those would be the two. And I want to look at three specific aspects of this. So the first would be the time. So if we look at time, when you're designing and building a home, you're going to have to dedicate over a year time to go through the full design and build process. Now, what do I mean by that? So I would say the earliest you could go through the design phase, so meaning the like putting together construction drawings and going through the permits needed to build a home, you're looking at least 3 months, right? And then after that, obviously depending on the size of the home and the complexity of the home, you're going to look at 12 months to build the home that you designed. And it could be shorter if it's a home that's less than 2,000 square feet. You could maybe do 10 months. But let's just use, so in total, we're looking at, I feel is actually a pretty aggressive timeline is 15 months. The wild card is obviously getting the permits, how long that's going to take. On the other side, you've got pre-built homes. And so pre-built homes, if you're lucky enough to find the home that you want exactly, you could literally close in less than 30 days. It's you put the cash down and go through that process of buying a home. So obviously for the time, if if you don't have the 15 plus months, the pre-built is obviously the way to go as far as a timeline. The next thing that I wanted to talk about is the money. With the funds, for example, when you buy a pre-built home, you're looking at generally the full stamp tax. So for the most part, it's 10% stamp tax, and then you're looking at paying the full retail, whatever the market value of that home is. So there's generally, if it's a great home, there's not really a discount in that regard. Whereas if you go with the design build, you're looking at you're still paying the 10% stamp tax, but on land only, right? So you're buying that land, and you generally pay 10%. There are ways of bringing that down a little bit, but for the most part, you're paying 10%. But so you're saving in that regard. Here with the pre-built, it's on the full home, so the building and the land included. On the design build, do that. Now, there's also the other part that I wanted to share. The design build, if you do it right, if it's designed well, if it's built well, and the land is in the right spot, you also have what I call the developer profit. And let me explain that by giving you kind of a case study. I was involved in a build about 3 years ago where the client purchased land for about $700,000, right? And then obviously had to pay the 10% stamp tax on that $700,000. But then also hired us to build the home. It's a gorgeous home for $2.4 million. Okay, so in total, the cost in was approximately $3.1 million. Let's do that again. $3.1 million. All right. So that's the total all-in cost. Now, on the day it was completed, there was an appraisal done, which effectively put that building that we did at $5 million. right? So there's a difference of about $2 million in what I call developer profit. So the difference between what it costs to build, including land costs and design costs and everything, and what the market value is. So that that client can now go and sell the home and make some good money. He won't because he's absolutely ecstatic with the home, but that's what I'm talking about with the developer profit. On the pre-built, you effectively don't really have that because you're paying that developer margin or profit as the market value. So that would be the difference. So I would say as far as the potential profit, the design build has kind of a benefit over that. And lastly, I want to talk about the custom. You know, the custom design, because with with the pre-built, so pre-built's over here. So with the pre-built, you got some ability to make it custom. So you can do some renos, which we've done in the past. Maybe change the pool or add a room or that sort of thing. As well, you can maybe change the furnishings or the furniture, and that gives you some custom. I mean, it's amazing. You get some great interior designers in there. It would change the home completely. And so there is some ways to make it custom. Obviously, the bones or the framework doesn't really change, and so on the design build, this is complete custom. So it would fit your vision of what you want as a beach villa or safe haven here in Turks and Caicos, and it would fit specifically for your family. And with that, obviously the customization is clearly, there's more customization in a design build. So I hope that makes sense. Looking at the time, money, and the customized aspects of design build versus a pre-built. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.
Hi, thanks for listening. If you like our videos, feel free to subscribe and click on that notification button so you don't miss any more. And if you like it, give a thumbs up. And if you have any questions or comments, feel free to put your comment below and we'll engage and interact with you. Happy to. Also, if you're looking at actually building your beach haven in Turks and Caicos, we have a free resource called a Project Planning Guide. So download it at the link below. Thanks again. Take care.